Hi, welcome. I was about to journal, but I'm like, I was just talking to my friend the other day, and she was like, I just really loved your channel because it just so gives you. And I'm like, guys, I be thinking all the time like this. But honestly, just being back in LA, like, I don't be wanting to be vulnerable out here. Like, that's why I don't really like Los Angeles. It's just so much. It's so much. There's just so many people. And there's just so much happening. And it makes me just, there's just like people that will like rob you. There's people that will judge you. There's just so many people. And there's great people, that will be generous to you. There's people that will, accept you. They're also here. It's just that everybody is here. And so I kind of can tend to get a bit wrapped up in the negativity. And so it just makes me like, I just be distracted. I just been feeling like really distracted lately. And it's been really hard. I miss Brazil so much. I'm like, what am I doing here? And I know what I'm doing here, but it's like, this is a lot. But yeah, I've just been feeling like, like I need to focus on myself. That's what I've been feeling like. Like I need to look within, and then I'm like, why would I do that when like this boy I don't like is offering me attention? It's so real though. It's so real. Like I'm just a human. I'm just a human being. I'm a little being. But yes, guys, I miss Brazil so much. I miss writing. I'm still writing. And I'm just like, I need help. I want community. I want to be collaborating with people with a shared vision. And sometimes I feel like I don't know how. I don't know. That's not really true. But what I was going to say is sometimes I feel like I don't know how to interact with people in a productive way. But honestly, I feel like most of the times when I interact with people, we just be talking. And like, I know that like my words literally be healing people. I'm like, oh yeah, you needed to hear this right now. And I'm giving you this seed and you're welcome. And I can't wait to see how it grows in your life. Today I went on a solo hike. It was amazing. But like now that I'm back home, I'm like coming down the high of that. But while I was out, I took the train there. I'm so brave. I'm just so brave, period. Like I be doing crazy shit. I be traveling the world solo dolo. But tell me why the craziest thing that I feel like I have ever done is take LA transportation at nighttime. I'm like living living in militia ran city in Brazil, taking the LA transport at night. We all make our decisions, but really, every moment, every day, I'm just like, mashallah, God is protecting me. If I wasn't supposed to be here, I wouldn't be here. Everything is as God wills it. And I'm just like, ooh, I got my camera on me. That bitch expensive as hell. Niggas could really run up on me, and they would get a good lick, okay? But alhamdulillah, I'm very protected. I'm very protected. But okay, the reason why I even brought up the train is because this guy was wearing a hat, and I love getting messages from people's clothing, and it said, "Stop watering dead plants." Oh, What a word. That one really resonated with me because I had 3 dead plants in here a week ago. And I was really in denial. Y'all, I was in denial. I was in denial about it. And I feel like this is just a metaphor for my life right now of like, I just be in denial about like what relationships are pouring into me, what dynamics that I'm partaking in my life are pouring into me. And it's like, baby, if it's dead, it's dead. You gotta throw that shit out. And I can't even be around dead things because it spreads. Because that's really what happened. Like, I had 2 plants on my table, and one of them was okay, so I got both of them for free. I got the first one at like a community plant giveaway, and that one was doing okay. I kind of fucked it up one day. Like I was trying to take the dead leaves off because I was trying to be responsible and proactive about getting the dead parts of the plant off, but then I accidentally like took half of the plant off on accident that was alive and well. And so after that, it just kind of never really came back. But then I also got this free like weed plant at like a random ass event, and I was just trying to hold on to that one, but I didn't water them for like 3 or 5 days, and the weed plant was dead. And then my other plant was holding on. It had like its leaves were starting to die more rapidly, but I tried to keep watering it. But then I kept the dead plant next to it, and death spreads. And then I had this seed that I actually got in Brazil where my friend told me that you can put the seed behind your door in a cup of water, and if it spreads, then like somebody has evil eye against you, and the seed protected you in your home. Tell me why my seed got mold on it. I'm like, yeah, I was just playing with the death in this bitch. Oh, yeah. I was too comfortable watering, and it's just like water is just. I was just meditating with water today when I was on my hike because I saw this little stream, and I was just thinking, I'm like, water, Yamaya, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. You're so alive. And it's so wonderful. Like, it was like the tiniest little stream, but I heard it because water is a baddie that sings, and nobody's going to stop her from singing. And so I heard her, and I was like, oh, let me go tap in over here and see what water's talking about. And so I go over there, and I'm just listening. And I'm like, wow, like, you're just so beautiful. And the whole fucking forest, we all need you. All these crows, everything out here, all the little trees, we all need you. Like, we couldn't do it without you. And so, but it's such a little amount of water. I'm in California, in Southern California. It's like the desert, basically. And so for there to be like hella birds, hawks, squirrels, shit, there might even be some pumas in that bitch. I really don't know. But those 3 things were the things that I saw. And it's like, all of them, we all need water. And it's like, water is just, like, in a way, it's just so, like, priceless. It's so, it's just so wonderful. And it's so unique. And it really makes us in like a human type of way as well. And just like, what even is water? Is it conscious? Are we conscious because we're water? Who knows? But getting aside from the point, connecting back to stop watering dead plants, it's like water is just too valuable and sacred to be wasting it trying to force some shit that was never gonna work. trying to force some shit that was never gonna work. And y'all, I feel like I'm just like, oh, my mental space. I just be like so obsessive, and I'm just like, I love my mind. Like, I love how I think. It just overwhelms me so much. It really does. It really does. I just be like overthinking, like, and then like, like, I don't know, when I was traveling, I don't know, I just feel like I had these seasons where like, like being in LA and just being like a stereotypical kind of beautiful, but then not at the same time. It's just like the male validation is so overwhelming, and I feel like I think about it a lot, like way more than I want to, and I low-key miss like in Italy, I was high-key feeling like invisible, and I know that I wasn't, but I was just like, oh, like, I'm not a white woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, I'm not skinny, so I don't think I'm like really the type. And so it just made me just feel like very safe to like sit back and observe. But like lately, I just feel like I'm so observed, and that's just like overwhelming me. And I'm always just like, and it's like, okay, if they're observing me, do I want to interact with them? Who do I want to interact with? And it's just like, I know deep down. And it's just like overwhelming because it's so distracting. It's like, okay, I want to be fucking with this type of person that is on this, that would never say things like that. They're not doing it, but they're a little cute. Should I think about it? And then I'm like, but what if I had like really thought about it? And then I'm like, I love all people. Like, we're low-key all the same. Even though we're not. And then I'm just like so obsessed with myself lately. I'm just like, wow, I'm just so sexy, creative, brilliant. Ugh. Like, who could ever stand next to this? I'm semi-serious. I don't know, guys. I'm just like, we're all equal. God is in me. I feel God in me. It feels so wonderful. It's so like, and then I'm like, you know, I see God in y'all too, but do y'all see God in yourself? Because if you don't, you're giving me the ick. Yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at. That's just kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I just feel like I'm in a really like in-between space of like, ooh, Los Angeles is a lot. I don't want to stay here, but I'm here right now and I'm being present. And then I'm like, what if there's like a plot twist and I live here the rest of my life? I literally wouldn't, but there's always like a, oh, what if? You never know. But you know, LA is really a beautiful place. I just really miss like exploring. And I was also thinking about this today, like, it's so easy. It's so much easier to detach from like my identities and like my ego and my self-concept when I'm in a space where, okay, really what I was thinking was like, it's so much easier to detach from racism in a place like Europe where like race doesn't exist. Niggas only have nationalities. Like, race does exist there and people are racist, but it's just in such a different way to where it allowed me to just be like, oh, like, y'all are actually much focused on like where they come from. Because even the racism, like if someone's dark skinned and they're from America and they're dark skinned and they're from Africa, they're gonna be treated radically different. And so just being in certain spaces of like exploration and traveling, it's just so much easier to see the fluidity of identity. And so now that I'm like back in America, I love it here. I love this land. Shout out to the indigenous people. I'm always like, should I get into like a Hotep conspiracy theory? Have y'all ever heard that like indigenous people are black? I low-key think that is true, but who am I? I feel like history could literally be anything, and a few white men wrote a few books that somehow we've been able to keep, and so we're just gonna go along with whatever they said was true. Like, nigga, that's why I love writing, because I'm like, I could write anything, and in 100 years, they won't know what the fuck was going on. They'll have no concept of this period. You only know what the fuck is happening right now because you're living it. And words, books, writing allow us to create these alternate realities where everything is slightly skewed, but we're trying to hint at what currently is. And it's never going to exactly replicate the same thing, even if someone claims that they're trying to do so in the most honest and unbiased way. Unbiased journalism does not exist. I'm so tired of people saying shit like that. Like, you have a perspective, you are human, you are an American, you're going to use certain words to express certain ideas, and that in and of itself is biased because just in a literal linguistic sense, certain words connect and resonate with people of your culture in a certain way to the extent that you know that they will understand what you're trying to say. Versus like if someone that's like British read the same sentence, they could get a whole different interpretation of it. But it's more than language. It's just like the whole point of language and reading is to see what we're saying. So if I'm like, the streak is swimming downstream blue. The creek, I think that's what I meant to say. The creek is swimming downstream blue. Low-key doesn't make sense as a sentence, but let's just roll with it. The whole point of the sentence, or really just when I say a sentence, I'm going to be seeing this creek swimming downstream and it's blue. But how I see that is going to be different than how anybody else sees it. Just like the whole idea of language and describing color and how there's like 1,000 different ways to say blue in different languages. Do we even see the same colors? We don't know, but we pretend like we do because cohesion is more efficient than like arguing over semantics and little differences for the end of time. And so because it's like more cohesive, it's more efficient, and we just keep going and doing this pointless shit. And that's brought us to where we are today. And so I don't know where I was going with this. But yeah, being in America, I'm just feeling like reattached to my identities. And I really believe, and I also feel like whatever I believe is true is what's going to be true. So this might not be true for everybody. But I just feel like practicing attachment to my identities is limiting me. And it's making me focus on the shit that I don't want. And it's like, I need to fucking focus on what I want, because that's the whole point of my life. I've decided. And so, yeah, I've just been feeling like really attached. And then, like, I'm doing like this creative project, and I like hiking need to like really start it. I've started, but I want to get further into it. And I'm just nervous and I'm afraid, and I just be doubting myself. And then I'm like, I'm so amazing. Like, why would I ever doubt this? You know, I've taken myself so far to so many places. Like, why am I doubting? But honestly, I just kind of feel like doubt. Well, I was just saying this to myself. Two things. One, I feel like doubt is just a part of the process. Okay. Secondly, doubt makes faith stronger. Like, if I never had my phases where like I doubted God, authority, power, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't like have as much clarity of like what I think it should be, or even explored like what things are. Because if I didn't doubt it, if I just took it as what people told me that it was, then I would just be trying to live out their imaginations instead of like exploring my own. So I'm gonna end this. Hopefully it's like recording. I never know. I'm gonna end this with a poem I wrote. It's about censorship. I am over censorship. Let me say retard. 'Cause there's no way better to describe how y'all move. Regressed, backwards, denying and refusing the truth the way. Monkey see, monkey do. Who are you to dictate what I say? I'm allowed to fuck up. In fact, this is where I thrive. On this here path of mine, nothing on my heart could ever be a waste of time. Nah, I'm far too divine. No matter how I stride, nor how far I stray, for me there simply ain't no going back. So these mistakes light up my way. With that, y'all be blessed. Hopefully, mashallah, inshallah, wallahi. I would like to lock back in and just keep being vulnerable, because I just be irritated, and like I just be like so emotional, and I'm like, I just need to like talk and just let out some steam. Peace.